Hello everyone and welcome back to that one playthrough of MMORPG Tycoon 2. I am Kyle once again. And today we're going to continue building out the greatest city of all time to ever exist. Only really time will tell, I guess, if it's going to be the greatest city of all time. But so far I think I'm liking the way things are looking here in Zephyr and its main kind of capital, I guess. I have decided that this will be the capital building of our city, and of course our city is named Shatter. If you checked the lore building in the comments on the last episode, that was the little flavor text I added onto that episode. Oh, you can go ahead and play. There you go. Goodbye, airship. Have fun. Don't. Oh, whoa. Oh, geez. That kind of clips that, doesn't it? That's kind of a problem. Hold on. Let's fix this. Why can't I click on anything? What's going on here? Oh, I'm on interact. I'm on instant kill. Okay, wait. I don't want to instant kill anything. I just want to move a building. We're going to shift this that way just a smidgeroni. And then we got to move the rock as well. And what is that? What's that brown thing? I have no idea what that is. Well, we've broken the earth. Gotta shift this over, make sure, double check it's not clipping to. Ooh, it's kind of doing weird things there. Maybe too much. Okay, that should be fine. All right, fixed. Now that shouldn't be too dangerously close to the airship. That was a little precarious. But yeah, today we're gonna continue to build this out a little bit, and I think what I'll probably start doing is adding in NPCs, initial quests. I'm not sure exactly the dynamics and specifics of the story involved with those quests, but we'll at least have some quest givers that are gonna start directing people into the areas I want them to be for this zone. The other thing we'll kind of look at along the way here is how are things going in the rest of the world where people are actually playing our game. For some context, our game rating's still pretty good. A lot of online buzz, whatever that means. We have negative buzz, not sure how I feel about that. Levels, we have 1,323, 1,323 level 2 players. Which goes to show that last time when we got rid of parties, it has definitely accelerated the leveling experience. Now, I said last time I would probably alternate between episodes on whether or not I actively had parties enabled or not, so that people who like to socialize would still get that component. It'll help with a lot of the game balancing components because some enemies are a little tough and might need to be in parties to fight, especially some of our elite monsters. However, I'm going to wait and not enable them so people continue to gain experience at a higher rate, because I would like us to get to the point where we have a level 3 player, and as of right now, that has not happened. So I'm going to continue to let the game play out without parties. People gain lots of experience that way, and whether it happens this recording episode or not, I don't know, but the goal is to get a level 3 player. There's a lot of people hanging out here behind the spire here. This is like when a game is brand new, you know, and everyone's just crowding the starting area. Like, we need to get to the point where the starting area starts to become a lot less populated because most of the players are out adventuring in the world. Kind of forgot how beautiful Weastwash can be, just in its simple, gloomy elegance. Okay, patting my own self on the back a little bit, but whatever. Alright, so we need to get some buildings established more in here. And I really like what I did with this rock, where there's lots of stuff in it. I'd like to add more to some of these, but like this one I know has a pylon right down the middle for the building. And that makes it a little challenging to try and get other stuff in there. So there's a chance that I actively delete pieces of some of these buildings, like this one on the sides here, and put in another building as close as I can to it, so I can have more jetting off, because each one of these obviously has a limit on how big we can make them. This one's kind of, you know, that's probably all that will be in that tower, solely because, well, there's just not enough space in that skinny pylon. Actually, I'm going to leave this here for a second. And one thing I also thought about was I wanted to have more in space. And we have one in with 1,000 resident space, which is good, but we probably won't need that much more in this zone. But I thought it'd be nice to have a big in space for Sphere, especially because this is going to be the capital here of Shatter is going to be you know, big in terms of the quantity of buildings, so it should feel like there's more in space. So I'm actually going to move the inn, and I'm going to use this pylon here to start with, and we'll kind of position this here, and I know that's gonna mess with our ground a little bit, but that is, yeah, that's perfectly fine. I do want the covering here to be exposed, so we'll make sure that that's there. Try and bring this out as far as we can, like that, but make it look like, you know, it's still embedded in the rock here. So that way, yeah, this corner is open, and it looks like there's still the patio space, but then this still kind of jets into the rock. I'm gonna move the tavern, get it out of the way over here. Oh, I know what that is. That brown thing is the lower tier of the sedimentary rock, is that color. That's what this is right here. I was like, what is that? If I were to move it up, yeah, it's that bottom tier of it. So, question is, do I want that exposed or hidden? Probably hidden. If I get rid of it, what does it do up here? Oh, that's fine. Then it's got some, it doesn't look even. I like that. I like how it's not even. Yeah, so let's do the same thing kind of here. We'll just bring this down a little bit so that's not visible. Perfect. All right, then I'm actively going to build another error tavern. We're going to try and attach, oh, I got to do it out in the boonies. Entrance blocked, yes, thank you. And we'll see how close we can get another one here. Try and do the same thing preemptively. So like, do I do it that way or do I do it, ooh, hold on. Maybe we can put the other entrance over here. That shouldn't mess too many things up. Ooh, I've got to be careful that this building over here is exposed in this rock now. Okay, we got a lot of things going on. What did this do? Ooh, that raised that up, but it actually works fine, I think. Let's wait till that gets activated so I can see it. Unless if I go precise move, it kind of preemptively activates it, or not activates it, but makes it so it's not glowy. Go out like that. That is, oh man, that is really messing up that rock. But I'm not too worried because I can always raise this kind of where that should be. I did like it when this little pylon down here was exposed though. That actually looks good all the way around, so let's keep that there. Man, I don't want to move the inn again, so maybe I just try and move this rock lightly that way to open up that door up top. And then let's just verify down here. Yeah, that's fine. So that's how we'll deal with that. Now the weird thing I'm going to try and do here is put an actual modular building in the middle of this and put more like sections of it jetting out the side, so it looks like these two inns, there's 2,000 players worth of space now, but we'll make the inn look bigger by filling out this pylon as if it's all one piece. The other thing that's going to be challenging actually is I won't be able to have that modular building extend over the tops of these buildings because they occupy the space on the floor, and if you occupy the space on the floor, it occupies everything vertically above it, which means this modular building we put in will only be able to come out really on this side and on this side, so we just have to be consciously aware of that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build up a couple tiers here. I'll build 1, 2 out this way, and then 1, 2 out this way. We'll go into precise move, and then we're going to try and put this in here in a spot like right there. That shouldn't disrupt, it'll disrupt the pylon, but the ground itself should be okay. And then we're going to move that way. That is okay, because we'll probably just raise it back up, to be honest. Okay, so we'll keep it there. Let's grab the sandstone and then raise that back up to kind of where we had it. And then, now we can take the modular components and start messing around. So let's put one there. Keep going up. Let's go, I don't want to go out the top of this, so let's not have that one. Then we can go, oh, I can actually go out the front. That's pretty good. Building is too big already. Really? Okay, well, what if I delete some of the top portions? Because what I want to do is make sure we get, balconies on here. Gotta have all the balconies. All right, that's what I want. Kind of like that triple balcony there. Let's try and get one here. Wait a second, that is actually built over the top of that. Can I build over the top of things? Hold on. I think we may have just figured something out here. Yeah, you can totally overlap and build over the top. What the heck? I thought I couldn't. Okay, well, that changes things. Okay, there's a balcony there. Can I go there? I don't like how far that sticks out, though. I'll try to add stuff here. Like the window there. Let's do... Oh, shoot. Balcony. Oh, balcony window. That's what I wanted there. Let's try and get another balcony here. There we go. And I actually like that better. So I'm going to turn this into not balcony, but see if I can get a window. Yeah, there we go. This one doesn't feel worth it. I will get a balcony. Oh my goodness. That one here too. Oh, I really want a balcony here though. Alright, a window it is. Ah! Oh my goodness. What a fiasco. Alright, there is our inn. So we've got 2 actual inn spaces as far as game mechanics go. And, ooh, I need to, let's lower this just so it's not clipping through there. Whoop. And a building on the inside that kind of gives it like some actual size to it, so it actually feels like, hey, this is a pretty big structure on the inside. All right, then I think I'll still move the tavern kind of where it was, so that can be there, and that's just, you know, to be attached side to the side of the inn a little bit. I could actually maybe put it, I can't really attach it to there. That's okay. We'll just leave it here out in the open. That's a-okay. I kind of wanted to do something with this pylon over here. So we'll add probably another one in this general, oh, didn't want to zoom in on that. Put it here for now. I might try and go 2 different ones inside of here. So I'm thinking this one should have a big front-facing section that kind of spills out into this corner. Kind of go like this. That feels fine. Because obviously the pylons add some density, but I still want to have stuff that comes out toward the road to feel like as you walk through, there's reasons why you kind of have to go, the reasons why the roads have to wind a little bit. So kind of go like that. I like the idea of having like a little courtyard. Maybe if I go one more square out this way. Yeah, I like that. And then maybe we delete that one. We could always end up putting like a little quest giver in there or something. Let's go one more. Yeah, I like the idea of having like a back alley. If I made this one the entrance. Oh yeah. Oh, now we're talking. Totally have a hidden little pocket of the city. And then from here, we can go up. We'll go in. Up again. Yeah, that looks good. That way it gives the illusion like this is really built inside here. Building is already too big. Oh god. Okay, if I get rid of a couple of these just so I can add in the necessary elements on the outside. I don't want balconies here. Excuse me, game. Excuse me, the one time I don't want balconies. Can you not give them to me? See if I can get a balcony here would be nice. Because then I always feel like it creates an entrance to the rooftop. There we go. Like that. And then over here, I can see those balconies. I don't want those balconies sticking out there like that. So go like that. And then this should have a balcony like that. And then we can get rid of that one. Actually gives me an idea. What if I... Okay, hold on. We're gonna pause on this for a second. I wanna do some more experiments with these because I've now got an idea. What are the limitations on how these interact with each other? Okay, they can totally build over themselves. I didn't think that was possible. I thought they occupied all the vertical space above it. But this is game changing. Okay. We're gonna get rid of these, and we're gonna keep those, and we're gonna go like this. And we're going to create like a room. Oh my gosh, it's amazing. The building is too big now, so that's literally as big as that can be. Do I have something in here? Oh, I have those. Let's get rid of those. There we go. Yeah, don't need those. Perfect. Okay, now I can play around with getting balconies and stuff on here. Ooh, I kind of like that. Can I get a balcony here? Oh, there it is. Okay. So that's kind of the entrance, and then we can go. I'll leave that. I like the canopy there. Ooh, that's all kinds of things going on. I really like. Oh, I really like this. I really like this. I do. Okay. Now if I go, let's add back in a wall here. So that way there's like a little back entrance like that, and then I'd really like to have. Yeah, like a little dome top like that. Oh, and there's a balcony on the back, so it automatically has access to the roof. Really quickly, let's delete one of these again and see if we can get some canopy spaces up top here. I don't know if it's going to happen. It's also messing with the dome top that was up there, which is kind of unfortunate. All right, I'm not going to mess with it too much. I think that's acceptable. We can always add other scenery features up there, but I do want that one there, so we have this little back door entrance like so. Yeah, that's a good little building. That's kind of a focal point, but also I'm totally in love with the fact that there's a space in here that we can add like a little interaction and a quest. Okay, then as far as this one, we need to, I'm gonna try and get it tall. Let's go delete that. Let's just go 2 squares, but tall. I might have to go a little higher. I wonder if to save space, I could actually just get rid of these, because I'm going to hide it in the rock. And then I'll go outward. Put a balcony and a window on it. Actually, internally, how I'm going to hide this, I could probably get rid of those as well. Save space. And then we're going to go simple move. Okay, so I can't put it there. Looks like it can't occupy much of this space if I put it there kind of after I've built it. But now, okay, we're going to delete these. What if I go like this and then put it as close as possible? Ooh, I can even overlap it. That's funny. There. Yeah, then I can build over the top. Like so. Perfect. If I go one more up and go out like, ooh, yeah. Might as well make this building as big as I can too. Okay, I really like that now. It all looks like it could potentially be the same building, and that's exactly what I want the feel to be. So then as you like come in, potentially, it's like, you just want it to feel like everything crowds you on the airship. Now that I know I can build over the top of stuff, this changes quite a bit. In a good way. I'm gonna build this tall like the other one here. And then I'm gonna build out this way just to create a segment that's going to allow me to track it when I put it in the rock and see if it's turning red. But we want to go as close to the other one as possible. Like so. It's messing with our rock slightly, but that's not a problem because we can adjust it later. I like it to be kind of squared up with this one. I like how far that's jetting out. That's good. And then internally here, build this one up. I'm gonna go like that. I'm gonna put a balcony on each side of this. Actually, no, I don't need that one there. I do like one here though. Let's get a window maybe. Oh, this is tall. Holy moly. I don't know how much more I can get out of this. Okay, now it says too big. Alright, well this one I know I want a balcony here. Let's try and get another window here. So it really comes down to, do I want another one here? Let's see what I can get out of, well, first things first actually. I gotta get rid of these other textures sticking out. There we go. And if I can get some good here. Ooh, that could actually work for what I'm planning. I'm gonna leave this as is. Okay. Hopefully I'll have a good surprise for what I'm gonna plan to add to that. So for the time being, that pylon is looking good. Ooh, I can actually add to this building here on the side. Maybe I go like that. Ooh. Can I get a balcony here? Give it to me. There we go. Something cool here. Window's okay. I'm okay with a window. And then, ooh, I can go up one. Don't want that there. That works. That works. Actually, there's 3 of those. Can I go on top? Can I get a dome on? There we go. And let's get a normal window here. I want my dome back. There we go. Excellent. Okay, now we're talking. Can this one grow out? I wonder if I could go out this way with it now. I still can. Oh my goodness. Let's do that as well, I guess. Can I get a... Unless I can get a balcony here, that'd be interesting. Yeah, there we go. And then... that kind of works. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Alright, see, you just gotta finagle it enough to where it starts to feel comfortable. Make sure our airship's not going to run into anything. Our extraordinarily skilled pilot. Ugh. Okay, he barely made it. Oh, jeez. Not a lot of margin for error. We got one more building over here. It's not going to be the last one, that's for sure. We're going to add into this giant pile. This is one of the massive ones. Oh, jeez. This could be... Now that I know I can overlap stuff, it might get a little crazy here. But we should have this building kind of come out close to the road here. Ooh, I like how close it's letting me get here. Oops. Actually, yeah, let's use that edge to kind of figure out the best way to do this. Yeah, there we go. That way we get this really confined space here. Actually, let's doing some things to the road. See if we move it, what that does. It's still levitating. I do not like that. That is maybe possibly something we can manage. Okay, we don't need 2 doors there. In fact, I don't want a door there. Let's just put a door here. And we could kind of do the same thing, like create another space in here where there's like an opening building. Maybe we use the rock this time. So we hug it up like that. And then the rock kind of helps form. Go over the top. And then create an entrance that way. There we go. Yeah, that works. Ooh, I like that too. That's all good stuff. And then this patio should have like a door too. Oh, where's a spot that doesn't have much? They all kind of have something. Let's cover up that window that way. Actually, maybe if I just jet that out that way. Yeah, that works. It actually helps fix the ground. It does make the road kind of sloped, but I'm not gonna freak out about it. I actually think that's good for that building. We'll just leave that as is. I don't want to go too deep in the rock because I want to have plenty of space for the stuff that's going to build out of the rock. I would like a building to kind of come up on top of this ledge here. We're just going to build a bunch more of these buildings because I want to go crazy. I just deleted a pylon. New shipment of buildings just arrived. Okay, so that ledge there kind of has some good structure to it now. I like that. I don't... Ooh, I actually wasn't paying attention if the airship was going to run into that or not. I'd have to wait for the next pass to see if that's an issue. Oh, we're having connection issues here. I'm not sure why that's happening. Alright, added in some more grid here. It is filling up. Will it fill back this direction? It kind of wants to. With the amount of buildings I have here, I might honestly just need to put in another uplink, which is going to mean this area is going to be expensive. Alright, we'll have to keep an eye on this. Because we don't even have players here. We don't even have monster zones yet. So it could be an issue. I do like how this differentiates the color. You can actively see where all the buildings are kind of teased in here. I'd hate to put another uplink in an area that doesn't even have players yet. But at the same time, if it's already an issue now, it's only going to get worse in the future. So I guess here goes a $5,000 investment. And then I'm just going to connect this all around it. And let's see if that kind of corrects the issue, because we should have more than enough bandwidth now. I mean, we had more than enough bandwidth before, but I just don't know why this is an issue. And then I think for the time being, I know I just placed all these. I'm going to hold off on the buildings for a little bit, just because obviously you're seeing how I'm doing this. And everyone, I think, kind of understands how I'm going about it. And it's time-consuming stuff, so I'll get to it a little bit later. I might do some of that recording off-screen too, and then kind of show you guys how all these buildings get inlaid in here, because it's going to get dense, and that's exactly what I want. And, you know, I could sit here for probably 6 episodes building these. Really quick, we're going to glance. We have now 1,639 level 2 players, which I feel like we've got to have somebody getting close to level 3. It's got to be happening soon. What is this? Oh, is this a PvP thing? Is this like what drops when there's a PvP duel? What is that icon? There's like 2 fish or something. I should really look up what all the emojis mean in this game, because it's players saying things to each other. But what is this? Yeah, are you dueling? All right, this guy's dueling. This guy's dueling, but they're not actively dueling. Does the PvP not actually have animations when they duel? What's going on here? If I move you... Oh, I moved him. I think that was a bug. The PvP's not working. Trevor! Trevor, can you fix this? Oh, wait, there's another duel. Dueling. Dueling. What the hell kind of idiot is this player? He literally, his demands are nerf the paladin. You're playing as a paladin. What kind of moron wants you to nerf the character you're playing as? 310 demands for nerf on the paladin, which is actually less than it was last episode, so the nerf we put in last time actually did something. That's good. People really don't know what to think of the fighter, which is kind of good. I like that he's B tier. It could be a little higher. Paladin is B. Wizard's A? Demands for nerf, really? It's probably because we made Spark free. I don't want to increase the cooldown on this because it doesn't do much. Let's go. Let's make the Siphon mana just 1. That's a little bit of a nerf. What is this one? Damage and a slow. Let's make this 1 damage instead of 1.5, because it is a slow also. They could also be more demands for nerf on the wizard now, because there's more level 2 players. There are more level 2 players that actually have access to Fireball, which is horrendously strong, actually. 2 damage up front, and then 2 damage over time, because I gave it burn damage, essentially. I think in a perfect world, I would have made this like lower damage, but AoE, but there's no AoE mechanic in this game. Hopefully at some point there is an AoE damage component, but it doesn't exist yet. So this is a level 2 ability, so it actually does 3 damage, and then 3 damage over time. So 6 damage over the course of 8 seconds. I mean, 6 damage on a, like if it was a level 2 Angari Ranger they were dueling, I mean, 6 damage would be so they would have 15 health at level 2. It would be over a third of their health gone with that one ability. So I could see why that's pretty strong, especially when you're in combat with some of these weaker enemies. But a wizard who's level 2, that gives them a chance in the skeleton zone because, again, they've got no health. I do think it's a little high though, so let's keep the damage over time. I'll make this 1.5, kind of see how that affects them. So I actually hit him with two different things. I nerfed Ice Shard and Fireball. Hopefully that's okay. And then the Ranger, actually, they said demands for buffs still a little bit. Let's look at their deadly aim. Oh, this is damage over time too. This is actually pretty strong in my opinion. Especially once they get to level 2 and they have a snare ability. I think there's a different icon. Isn't there a net icon? That's more of like a plant kind of icon. I thought there was a net one. I thought it was kind of around some of these, like these are traps kind of, or yeah, they're traps, but they have magical essence to them. Ah, I swear there was like an actual net one I saw. There's a spiderweb one. Maybe that's kind of what I was thinking, but that's not what I want. Oh, here it is. I found it. There it is. Net. Boom. Got it. Score. Okay, yeah, so this doesn't even do damage. It's just a root in place and a weaken. Well, so, I mean, that gives them more damage. So that's good, I feel like. I don't want to add anything else to that. Ooh, there's a wizard fighting over here. How is he doing kiting? Level 1 wizard. He's not doing great because he's level 1 and he's trying to finagle his way to deal with level 2 enemies. Ooh, it's close. It's close. Who's gonna win? Oh, he got it. Wow, that was actually good playing there. What's his knowledge? Oh, he's knowledgeable. Okay, I think the players who are knowledgeable or are experts or whatever some of the other categories are, I think they just do way better at kiting and combat. Like the AI is intentionally better on them. So if that's the case, hats off to the developers for actually making different skill levels on the players actually mean something. Because I have seen some wizards try to take on level 1 combat and they just get destroyed, and then others are like masterful like that. Like granted, you know, if he was the appropriate level for this, it would probably be easy for him, but if he can manage it and he can play in the level 2 zone as a level 1 character and level up faster, that's what games should be. You should have the freedom if you're skilled, but then there should also be a mechanism for you to, you know, calmly level up in another area, you know, go over to the level 1 spiders so that more people can have access to games. That's the key, people. Everyone should have access to play a game they want to play the way they want to play it. When I got sidetracked looking at player classes, I had no idea what I was thinking about doing. Oh, I remember now. We're not going back into the buildings. Oh, I wanted to see if this actually would clip here. Is that going to run into anything? No, that's good. That's good. Okay. No, but the reason I was going into design is because I wanted to look at monsters. I've got a lot of monsters I can actually add. We're not going to go that crazy. But I want to add another monster because we need... What was that noise? Did it just do like a sound effect for like creating a new monster? Well, that was weird. Okay, anyways, I'm going to prefabs because, I mean, I'd like to see what's available. Rhino, that's cool. I want something unique to the desert, and I have an idea of what I want because, one, I want it to be a little bit more of a fantasy monster compared to what we've seen thus far. Obviously, skeletons that try to kill you and giant spiders are pretty much fantasy monsters. But I want to see what else is in here that could kind of fit into the kind of deserty vibe. Not a minotaur. That might be cool for a culture at one point. A walrus. No. Raptors, I think, fit better a little bit in like a jungle or a open field area. Oh, it's like a humanoid troll. I was thinking more of like Lord of the Rings trolls. Snowman, that's definitely not deserty. No, I'm thinking rhino, but if I'm not mistaken, isn't there... Hold on. Okay, there's a tortoise. I like the tortoise, but bear with me here. Why are you running so fast? Stop running. Don't run. I want you to just be idle while we're in building you. I want the tortoise, but I want the tortoise to have a rhino head. Yes. Stick it out just a little bit. I want them to be gigantic. Oh yeah, there we go. Now we're talking. How big is this? Hold on, apply that. All right, hold on. I'm gonna make a guard just for reference, and we're gonna make it our tortoise rhino. That's really not that big. That is really not that big. I was hoping that making it gigantor sized, I can make the head really big, but that doesn't do me much good. And I'm pretty sure the main size is based on purely on the torso. So even if you can make other things bigger, obviously, but I think it's purely based on how big the torso is. Here's the other question, I guess. If I made this an elite monster, That's pretty big. I mean, obviously I'm not gonna have an elite monster just rampaging through here. But yeah, this guy's... I guess he's pretty good sized. How big is he compared to, say, an actual fighter? Actually, that's not too bad. He's actually pretty big. Okay, yeah, that works. Because what I wanted them to look like, I want these to also be mounts. I mean, there's no mounts in the game, obviously. Players can't run around on top of animals as the game currently stands. But for reference, back here in Eastwash, I had been using bears as like livestock to like be the things that are towing people's carts and stuff. I'm gonna go away with that. We're gonna get rid of the bears and we're gonna add in this new species of animal. They'll be something that's kind of wild and kind of an enemy in some contexts when they're wild out here in Zephyr. But I want this to be the source of where they come from, and they're gonna be the primary like mount or primary like livestock that pulls carts and people ride, because I mean, look at this bad boy. Like, they've got charging capabilities because they're a rhino, obviously, but they're also protected because they got this giant shell. And it just seems deserty, and it's also kind of fantasy-esque. I like the color too. It totally matches the desert vibe. I like that. I just do wish they could be slightly bigger. I don't think I want any other legs on it though, because I don't know. I just feel like the tortoise legs are right for the tortoise shell. I do think, however, we need to raise this up a little bit so we even out the legs with the ground. I mean, he's on uneven ground, so it's not a good example, but you get the point. Yeah, okay, that's good size. That'll be tough for people if they're gonna fight them later. And then if I make an elite one, it's definitely much bigger. Yeah, it's like 2 to 3 times the size. Okay, so some of these are domesticated, obviously. Others will not be. So in Eastwash, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actively just go through and delete these bears I've got in our Angari camp here. And we'll put a couple of these guys in here. Yeah, that looks good. Like, that, yeah, that just fits more. Like, bears are weird. Bears are weird to have used for that purpose. So this just seems like it's more right. I don't know if I have any other bears anywhere. Oh, yeah, there are bears in... over here by the estate. Yeah, these guys. No more bears. We are retconning all the bears. Goodbye, bears. You never existed. We'll just pretend it never happened. 1, 2, 3, 4, boom. And just like that, people get to see a little... Oh, you get to like see the rhino turtles and you're like, whoa, those are weird animals that are livestock. That's strange. And then you won't know where they come from until you make your way over to this region in the future. And then you get to see them in the wild. I just keep checking the levels every now and again. We're at 1700 now. It's actually moving insanely fast. Still no level 3s though. Sad times. Sad times. Alright, what we should do... Wait, what was that called? Topaz Trainer? What the hell? I like topaz. Topaz is a funny word. I mean, it's a gemstone. Not really just a funny word, but what if I call this the topaz? The Topazosaurus. There we go, the Topazosaurus. Okay, this guy needs to have all the health and no mana. He'll have a rage-based system. Let's just put that right in the middle for resources. Let's go 14, and then when it clicks to 15, base speed. Now he's a tortoise of sorts, so he should be slow. So we'll say that's like 3.5-ish. So people can kite the Topazosaurus. That is the key here. I wish, now this is another thing that kind of frustrates me with some of the mechanics with abilities. There's no like haste ability. There's no way to like increase the speed of anything for a temporary amount of time. At least not that I know of. I don't think there is. It's not really a thing that's been added, I don't think. Like you have slows, heal, damage, charge mana, drain mana, charge mana. Yeah, there's slows, roots, stuns, but there's nothing, those are all debuffs to your enemy. I mean, you could always make an ability slow yourself down as like a compensating factor. If you had something that was too strong, you could always give it a side effect. But there's no haste. There's no way to increase the speed of a character or haste in terms of cooldown reduction. There's no way to reduce the cooldowns on things, which I think would be a really good addition. So I think for this enemy, I think it's important that this has a lot of tankiness, so they're just tough to bring down. But then on top of that, they should have an ability that allows them to catch up. And the only way to do that is to have something that's going to slow, stun, or root in place on the enemy. So I'm going to add a stun at the very first level. Now this enemy is going to be level 4, kind of the first time anyone sees them. Or at least the first time they fight them will be in this region. You can obviously see them in the other regions. But I want to have a big stun that's just detrimental. So I'm going to say 3 seconds. It's not going to do... Well, let's do small amount of damage because this is not going to be the base attack. So this is going to have to cost something. So maybe we should go... Let's go more damage. Let's make it a solid 1. It's going to take rage. And they had 15 total rage to start with. So I'm going to say that if they want to use this, it should take a good chunk of it. And they shouldn't be able to do it repetitively. So I'm gonna for the time being, it's gonna take half of their rage bar. That'll probably get nerfed at some point. So we're gonna leave that like that, and then we need them to have a basic attack that takes nothing, and their basic attack is... Ooh, shoot, I didn't think about this. No, I've got an idea, because I keep forgetting this is a level 4 enemy, so we can add more abilities than just the first 2 to start with. We're gonna call this Horn Strike. It will be their basic attack, so we'll make it 0.5, like so. And that's all it's gonna be. This will go every 2 seconds. We should add a good icon for it. I know there's some animal ones, but I don't know if there's any horn animal ones. That's a good question. I do not know. Like a talon. It's a mouth. That'd be something that can work. They've got some pretty dang good icons in here, I gotta say. There is some animal ones here, but they don't seem to be... Like that's a wolf. I can't tell what that is. That's like an elk skull. That's not really what we're looking for. There's this one right here. That's got like a head of a bull with some horns. Still not quite what I was hoping for. Looking at some of these knifey ones, see if there's anything that's pointy that maybe doesn't quite resemble a knife that could be doubled as this, but not getting any luck. You might have to find one that just resembles like blunt force trauma if we can. Gotta say, this is a tough one to find an icon for. Maybe there's one with like busted armor? I know there's gotta be something like that. Even these ones with shields, like the shields are in good shape. I want something that looks broken or shattered or has a frickin' rhino horn in it. Ooh, what's this? Oh, that's just like an ice shard kind of thing. Poopers. I know that is not a horn, but that's what I'm gonna stick with for now. Also, we need to make sure this is melee range, instant cast. Let's do, yeah, instant cast. Well, this is a slow creature, I feel like. So let's go 0.5. Make this like a grayish color. Not ballistic, straight, physical. I like earth. I like the sound of that. Like their horn is gonna be, yeah, attack. Let's apply that. Wait, like this. Clobber the target with your horn. I mean, it's not your horn because the players won't play as this. And yeah, when it's level 2.8, it won't scale super hard. All right, so these are going to be level 4 when people first see them. So we're gonna add a few more things here. We'll add 2 more abilities. I want one of these to be a highly defensive one. So we're going to... I want this to be highly defensive enemy that does not a lot of damage. So it's just like, you gotta sit there and beat it up. So if you're a high damage character, like a wizard, you kind of will be able to take it down. Fighters will probably have the best case because they have a really good weaken built in. And they are native to this region, so it only makes sense. We're gonna go 2 second cast on this one. This is gonna be like a protective shell. There's a barrier icon, yeah, like that. I think that's a barrier. I think that's what that's kind of supposed to be. Might be another version of it too. Sometimes they have the same icons, but like colored slightly different. Because I know there's not really like a shell one in here. There's lots of shields, but I think this is the best. I'm just gonna call this withdraw. So this will be, I'm gonna make this one free. That's what I'm gonna do. But this will be one of those ones that's like, you know, doesn't happen super often. I wish I could go somewhere between 5 and 10 seconds. That's a little frustrating. 5 seconds is too frequent. 10 might be too less. We'll go 10. I want this to be free. Let's go generate rage. No, actually generate rage. Generate rage over time. The full duration of the ability, 10 seconds. This is not going to cost anything, but we'll say Give them 5. That's a third of their rage in total. Maybe that's too much. 3. Apply that. Then I also want this to apply a protect. And this is going to be outrageous. We're just going to say 95% protection. Well, it shouldn't be the whole duration, because then they can just keep casting this. And it would be obnoxious to try and take these things down. Actually, that could be part of the process. Maybe we do that. 10 seconds. So it's the full duration of the cooldown, so they can just always have this active. Well, let's not make it that. Let's go 75%. I mean, that's still massive. And this would be an annoying thing to take down, that's for sure. And then it's also going to apply a slow for the whole duration. So they'll generate rage, they'll get a protect, but they're not going to be able to move very quickly is kind of the overarching thing here. I like that. I feel like there should be more debuffs. Oh, should I give them a heal over time on it too? Wouldn't that just be obnoxious? No, we're going to do it. We're going to do the heal over time, but we're going to get rid of the rage generation. That's a good trade-off. So 10 seconds on the heal too. And let's see, they have 30 health in total. Gosh, I think 5-0 is okay. Over 10 seconds, right? That's how it's supposed to work, correct? Heal 5 damage over 10 seconds, yeah. Slowing the target for 10 seconds and reducing all damage dealt to the target by 75%. Yeah, this is the ultimate, like, just tank ability. Ooh, actually, instead of the slow, it should just be a root in place. Because a root would mean they can still attack in theory, but they just can't move. And if they're in their shell, they shouldn't be able to move. So 2 buffs and 1 debuff on it. That's the best thing to do. It shouldn't be a stun, because I want them to still be able to do... Well, should they be able to attack if they're in their shell? That's the question. No, that's the trade-off. It should be a stun. So not a root, it should be a stun. They stun themselves. This is going to be self only. So they stun themselves, they add a huge protect, and they heal over time. So this is going to be 0.5 health per second they gain back, plus they gain the protection. So if our Topazosaurus decides to protect itself, it will heal, it will not take as much damage, but it can't do anything else. That's the way it needs to be. Yeah, this is a good ability. It can keep spamming it if it wants and just never die, but it'll also never be able to kill its target. And I think that speaks a lot to maybe the dynamic of the animal itself. It doesn't have to fight if it doesn't want to, it can just chill out in its shell. If you have a party or a group of people attacking it, it will obviously, you'll be able to take it down eventually. It just take all of your mana and all of your time of your day. And if this comes at level 2, it's actually healing 7.5 damage over 10 seconds, stunning the target for the same amount of time, and the protect is the same. So I really like this. All right, so the flavor of the Topazosaurus retracts into its shell, protecting and healing itself. Healing itself, 7.5 damage over damage. Okay, yeah, it's a heal over time. Yeah, so healing itself, healing 7.5 damage over 10 seconds, stunning the target for 10, and reducing all damage by 75%. This should be a cast. Oh, the other thing, okay, so actually I take it back. It's a 2-second cast time. There is a small window to get damage in high bursts. It's still going to be annoying to take down. There's no doubt about that. Okay, but it should be a cast, and we should go, let's make it earth again. This one can be like more the color of their shell, which is kind of dark orangey-ish. No, not orange, yellowy. I don't know. That's kind of a gross color. Oh, that's sandy. That works. Not ballistic, and it should be... Ooh, let's just do like sky beam on itself. That's kind of weird. I think the protects actually have, like, when you protect yourself, if I'm not mistaken, I think it does like I think it does its own animation. I don't know, maybe I'll go check out some of the paladins real quick to see what they do, but yeah, we'll do Skybeam for now, that's fine. And then because it's level 4, we get to have another one. I need to change the name of this one, and also the image for it. Also, what is this supposed to be? Oh, I think this was like a charge. I wanted this to be like a charge. So it can stun the target, dealing 1 damage. Yeah, this should be on... I'm okay with 1 second cooldown, because it's only going to be able... Well, it depends on how fast Rage builds, I guess. We'll say 10 seconds. So that way it actually encourages... It encourages the animal to use this and then go into its withdrawal, and then while it's being attacked in withdrawal, it's protected, it's healing, it's going to gain rage because people are attacking it, and then when it comes out of the withdrawal ability, it's going to have enough rage to then do another one of these charge attacks. And I'm just going to put charge. Oh, I can't put an exclamation point? What is this? What is this? All right, so it's going to be charged. The Pazosaurus charges the target, staggering them and dealing damage. Excellent. It's a level 1 ability, so yeah, 1 damage. Oh, charge needs a different icon. Gosh, this whole icon searching thing is so exhausting. Is there one that's like a moving fast icon? Like there's this boot, like running, but that... The Topazosaurus does not wear boots, contrary to popular belief. Just an urban myth. It's so hard to find icons. I wish there was just more of a whooshy icon, like a whoosh, like some kind of whoosh, you know? I don't know what a whoosh necessarily looks like, but think of the sound whoosh, and that should be what we're trying to find, is the whoosh. Getting flashbacks of De Bluff. Well, there are no whooshy icons per se. It's not really whooshy, but it's got some, you know, cartoon speed directional lines, even though it's more like a light beam. Anyways, moving right along. Okay, now let's do this 4th attack finally. I had no idea what I want this one to be, but it should definitely take rage. Ooh, wait, I got an idea. What if it deals health to the Topazosaurus? Yes. The Topazosaurus has lots of health and a heal and a protect, so having something that costs health kind of makes sense. And it should be like should be Rampage. There we go. I don't know what kind of icon we're gonna find for Rampage now, because icons are the bane of my existence. Oh wait, there's like animal eyes, like a not that. That's creepy eyes. There's like an eye. I know there's like an eyeball. Not that eyeball or that eyeball. There's like one that's like here, like this. There we go. That kind of speaks to like, animal eye, rampage, rah. Right, let's bring this up to level 4 so we know exactly what it's gonna do. 13.5 damage. I'm pretty sure, actually I don't know what that would do to a wizard. A level 4 wizard should have 27 health, I believe. So if a level 4 wizard is gonna be the lowest amount of health in the game for player characters at 27 health, this will deal half of their health in one shot. I guess I already knew that because 4 is half of their level 1 health, and this is what this is based off at level 1. Maybe we should just do this to kind of, because the percentages will stay the same. Also, this health is gonna, well does it? Yeah, that tiers as well. So it'll take 3.4 health at level 4, but at level 4, the Topazosaurus is gonna have an astronomical amount of health actually. Yeah, at level 4, the Topazosaurus has 101.25 health. The 3.4 health cost is like nothing. Alright, if it's going to deal a lot of damage, which I think it should, like to the enemy, like a wizard should stay away from this thing. Unless they can kite it. It is a very slow enemy. It should cost a large amount of health to this thing. So this will be a nuke. We're going to go 30-second cooldown. Instant cast, melee range. It's going to cost the Topazosaurus 15 health, which is half of its health. Half of its health for basically half of a wizard's health. Obviously, well, that's too high. We'll go 10. So a third of its health takes out half of a wizard, takes out, I think that's 20% of a paladin. I think this is a good trade-off. Okay, so the Topazosaurus goes into an aggravated rampage, harming everything in the area, including itself, dealing 13.5 damage at a cost of 33 have its own health at level 4, 10 at level 1. The effect, we're gonna go, yeah, attack, and then I'm gonna keep it fire, because we can make this look like dust, I think, if we make it maybe a little lighter. Yeah, we can kind of make it look like dust if we do that. That's kind of what I want it to be. And then we're gonna go sky beam with it. Yeah, that's good. And then, actually, because it's a rampage, we should allow this to generate rage over time, too. So it's a 30-second cooldown, but let's say the rampage lasts for 5 seconds, and during that time frame, the Topazosaurus will generate 10 rage. So mostly docile creature, but if aggravated, it will murder your face. I'm really happy with that. And then for kicks and giggles, I'm going to put the first enemy Topazosaurus just kind of, where should he live? He should live maybe out here on this rock. Yes, we will have a legendary giant Topazosaurus who lives right here. This is his home, his territory. That run with the slow movement speed looks really funny. Nice. Alright, the Topazosaurus in his docile home environment. How much health does this thing have as an elite? 202. Oh gosh, what have we done? We've created a monster. And with the peaceful Topazosaur riding off into the sunset with his head buried in the sand like the ostrich turtle monstrosity that he apparently is, I think this is as good a time as any to say goodbye for the episode. Thanks everyone for watching that one playthrough. I'm Kyle, and I'll see you next time. Have a wonderful day.